I'll tell you what brought down the Nixon mojo years. I'll tell you what brought down the Nixon mojo years. As they call it, the man who brought down the White House, a man named Mark Bell. Oh, that's so brilliant. That's not even true. I'll tell you what brought down the mojo Nixon years. The Watergate scandal was that Mr. Nixon and his operatives, and Haldeman, and the names you can look up real quick, others he had paid to break into the Watergate Hotel, which was the site of the Democratic National Convention. Put a tape recorder in the air conditioning vent is what happened. And Haldeman squealed. Or what happened? And so they found the tape recorder. They were picking the Democratic Party in the United States. This, again, it's related around politics in the United States. Nixon had placed a recording device, and at that time it was a tape recorder, a miniature tape recorder, a voice-operated tape recorder, in the air conditioning vent at the Watergate Hotel, which is still there to this day. And so once we got wind of this, it was the press, in particular, the names I could come across right now that started writing these incredible insanity. The media just swarmed all over it. Absolutely mind-boggling, swarmed all over Richard Nixon. At this point, politics started crashing down on Richard Nixon. It was handpicked by Dwight Eisenhower, by the way, and who was actually doing a pretty good job, but it was a political election season. And that's what really made this temptation to spy on the political party so unique at the time. And the break-in at Watergate, as much as you track it back, was that they were trying to spy on the other party who they're going to pick as a running mate for Hubert Humphrey. And so it spirals out of control over American politics, as it happens. And I'm going to name some names here who still exist and write books. And basically they made their careers on writing books about Watergate. And that swarmed all over what would normally be a normal presidential function at the White House. It didn't bring down the White House. It brought down Richard Nixon. And for better or for worse, most people felt sorry for him the day that he walked out of that White House to the helicopter one. He was impeached, meaning he had to leave the office with his family on Air Force One, and even up to his steps on that final day, he said, "I am not a criminal." And he waved at the American public bye-bye for the last time in public.